So, the Casey Cup is just over, just finished, and if you remember a couple of weeks ago, or 1 week ago, something like that, I don't fucking remember what was the exact time, but we got the full Metalfoes fusion, and straight up I said this is gonna be amazing because this enables you to play a round book, so you can use the Alchist on the opponent's turn, and also just a quick play fusion, so you can go in the battle phase into the fusion is amazing. So I said this does make the deck so good, and I wasn't sure. Of course, it's gonna be top tier or meta or any relevant, but I did say that it felt really good. So I gotta hype myself up. I gotta say, I was on it, and yeah, Metalfoes did turn out to be one of the best decks in the KC Cup, as we can see. Not the first place, freaking Phantom Knight, someone banned that. But anyways, second place Metalfoes got second place, which is amazing. And if you're careful enough, you can see it's actually somewhat close to being the version that I said the first day when we got the full Metalfoes fusion. Of course, there are some interesting decisions here, like the Rescue Hamster. I think Rescue Hamster is actually pretty good because it's another, with Rabbit, it's another +1, and also it can work with Rabbit as well. If you use the Rabbit and then you can use the Hamster later, which is amazing. So Hamster is actually pretty good, not gonna lie. It looks like a fun card, and actually good card. Dark Factory of Mass Production, I'm not so sure how good it is and how much I like it. I also don't have it, which helps me to, with my decision if I was to play it or not. But yeah, the rest of the deck looks pretty similar to what I said it's gonna be like. And yeah, as you can see, this is it seems the optimized version. Unfortunately, I don't have the gold driver, but I will show you my free-to-play version. If you don't have all of the cards that you could play then and have fun with the deck, because yeah, you may not go in 3 times to get 3 gold driver and stuff. So yeah. So this is the version that I went for. Of course, as you can see, it's extremely free to play because I don't have even 1 gold driver. And the funny thing is, I was buying all the sales and I got 3 of stealing. And I don't even have 3 Wolf Flame. The funny thing is, I have 4 Alchist, dude, and I don't even have a gold driver, which I did pull, unlike from the last video, I did pull the Mythiardium, Metalfoes Mythiardium, dude. So yeah, we can at least play the deck. The thing is that why the gold driver is so good is because it's a level 4 and it's also 1900 attack, compared to your Stellene, who is 0 attack. So that's another added bonus of it. But you can play it this, even if you have 1 to 2 gold driver, you can play it it doesn't feel, you don't have the feeling that you're missing something. Of course, it is optimal to play 3 driver for the Rescue Rabbit targets, but yeah, I decided to, fuck it, I can play the deck a bit, have fun with it. So yeah, this is my list. I think 3 Rescue Rabbit is pretty goated. I decided to play in Eccentric because it's another pendulum that I can use. Maybe I should play more Rescue Hamsters, to be honest, to gain more advantage. That's something to consider. And yeah, I decided to play in Summoner's Art, which searches for, which is basically our searcher for the Wolf Flame, or you can search for the Focal's Cannon to search for lowers. And that's basically it. As you can see, the deck is pretty simple. Nothing too crazy out of the ordinary. I do want to play Alucard, with which, you know, with Rescue Rabbit we can go into the 2 silvereds, and then we can, you know, get popping the back row with Alucard if needed. Or we can, if we want to, if we are afraid of monsters, we can go into the Cursed Javelin dude with the level 2s. So yeah, that's the deck list. Like I said, pretty simple. I just wanted to make this video to showcase how the optimal Metalfoes version is looking like, because it is a deck, you know, that is very popular now, that, you know, was so amazing in the KC Cup, and I do try to have a collection of very relevant decks on my, you know, YouTubes. So yeah, that said, now it is time to duel. Also, there was a top 8 in the battle phase. There was a top 8 Metalfoes version, a hybrid version with Deskbots, which you already know. I'm about to yoink that list real quick. You know, I like Deskbots as an engine as well, so I'm gonna be having fun with that deck. So stick around for that deck as well. I will definitely, you know, play it, and, you know, when I come around to it, maybe in the next one, I don't know. But yeah, stick around for that. But anyways, here is what we decide to do. It doesn't seem like we're in a situation to OTK. Now, of course, I'm not the expert of the deck. I think I should know that out. So I do know a couple of things you want to be, you know, doing, but I'm nowhere near close to being an expert with the deck. I played only, you know, I play only a couple of duels with the deck. Yeah, I'm not sure when to go for what, you know, when to go for what monster, when can we OTK, you know, when to go for what monster, when can we OTK, when can't we OTK. I don't have yet that feeling for the deck, is what I'm trying to say. But let's see. With Eccentric we can at least force the pop. Maybe we shouldn't have done that, you know, maybe there's no reason to do that, I guess. Maybe, opium. I don't know. It does seem like, yeah, I should have just kept the Eccentric. Maybe we could have popped the Eccentric with the thing, and I still have the field spell on the board. So yeah, that's something to consider. And I should have maybe yeah, this was a definite misplay. Damn, bro. This was a definite misplay, because we locked ourselves from using the Summoner's Art, where we could then, you know, we can then search for a Pendulum, and then we can, on the opponent's turn, quick play Fusion. Whereas we are locked now, you know, the Alk isn't doing anything on the board. You know, we can't yoink a monster if there is no free space to, you know. So we did leave ourselves open, and the only reason we didn't lost is because he bricked. So yeah, kinda cringe, but okay. We take those. We can at least Pendulum Summon now. We can pop now the thing. We can go for the Metalfoes Fusion. Metalfoes Fusion into Lium. Okay. We can search for the Wolf Flame. So this is the power of the deck. This deck also has recursion if you play 2 Mythiardium, because one can, you know, float into the other, you know, so that's amazing. And then you can keep reshuffling your stuff with him. So that's amazing thing about the deck, is that you can keep reshuffling your stuff back, and of course then have live targets for rabbits, you know, rabbit top deck. And also it does have an undestruction, you know, it bounces, which is, you know, not that relevant, because, you know, Bloom Diva isn't as relevant anymore, but it's still a nice thing, you know. But yeah, anyways, yeah, we can reshuffle our fusions. We can this is also our way to deal with the back row. He can float, okay. And now we can potentially OTK through 3 monsters, as we will see right now. Metalfoes Fusion is amazing because it gives us another draw, you know, a free card, and we can go in. We want to get rid of his tag outs, and hopefully he summons in defense. And because in defense, you know what that means. What people don't really experience. And because in defense, you know what that means. What people don't really expect is the Orichalcos dude. And he deals double piercing damage, you know. It's basically infinite damage, bro. Trust me, bro. And we can then Metalfoes fusion. Also, the thing is that Mythiardium floats. So because this is the power of full Metalfoes fusion. First of all, we can go into the double piercing damage, dude, which is already lethal, and then we also float into, you know, any Metalfoes from the graveyard or face up extra deck, which is amazing. And let's see, he scoops because he realizes that, you know, even if he had hand traps, he was, you know, he was dead basically. So yeah. A pretty nice showcase of how oppressive and how powerful the deck can be. Of course, he did brick and I did misplay at the beginning of the duel, but it's not a like they say, it's not a misplay if you win, okay? Also, I would like to remind you, if you're new to the channel, to, you know, please consider subscribing, because it definitely, you know, does help a lot to keep making these videos. I'm not getting paid at all. So, you know, at least give me some support, and it more importantly helps you to not miss out when I'll be posting another video. And I will be revisiting this deck. I will be making, you know, more top tier videos, so and about top what I kind of lost myself, but just subscribe. But anyways, the dude up the fields. This is why we're playing field spell. Maybe I didn't answer it the best in this video yet, but this is why the field spell is so amazing. First of all, it acts why a light barrier from all the field spell skills is it activates on your turn. So decks like that have a free pop, like you know, Gaia and stuff, which Harpies, which aren't as relevant anymore. Maybe Harpies are, but you know, it's better to just have a field spell that activates on your turn, so you can have that free pop and free search for your Metalfoes fusion, and then also get a free plus from the Metalfoes fusion, you know. So this is how we get a lot of advantage with the skill. Okay, we can with Rescue Hamster now banish itself to grab back to Metalfoes. This is why Hamster is so good. We can Painful Decision. I wouldn't recommend playing more than 2 Painful Decisions, because, you know, it's once per turn, and also thinning out your deck can be an issue for Rescue Rabbit targets, especially in my case when you only have, you know, a couple, you know, couple Metalfoes monsters. But yeah, let's see what we can do here. We can pop now, we can set up the full Metalfoes fusion, and I guess, and on that we can actually Pendulum Summon, because we haven't already this turn. This is an amazing turn 1 board. This is probably one of the most optimal boards that we can end on, because we got the advantage from the Rescue Hamster and the Rescue Rabbit. You know, so we plussed so much. We ended up with 2 cards in hand, Pendulum Scales set, Quick Play Pop with Orichalcos and the fusion, and then Quick Play Yoink of a monster. You know how good that is? And then we also get a search, because the standard combo is when you yoink their monster, is you can then pop it to get you know, search for the for your polymerization or your Metalfoes fusion, in other words, you know. So this is the power of the deck. Unfortunately, this dual replay doesn't showcase well, you know, it isn't the best because we're playing against Yubel, but I wanted to showcase what our turn 1 goal is. And this is it. This is Yubel, but I wanted to showcase what our turn 1 goal is. And this is it. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You could also argue that one should go for the Mithrilium here, because it enables you to get more resources, you know, because a lot of times they will just MST, so you don't have anything to pop with Orichalcos dude. Whereas if you had the Mythiardium dude on the field, you could actually, you know, have a free special summon from that, and then, you know, keep getting the resources, which can be amazing. But the thing is, I only have 1 Mythiardium, so I always go here for the Orichalcos dude, you know. Otherwise, if you had 2, I would definitely be going into it in some matchups. But anyways, yeah, this is what I wanted to showcase in this duel. You know, nothing too crazy, just how the end board can be, how the turn 1 is so amazing, and why this deck is actually so good. People weren't expecting this deck to do much, but you know, especially because it didn't get hype and it wasn't doing well after the full Metalfoes fusion. You know, best of 3 format, the deck isn't as good. But yeah, I'm glad that we finally have this amazing Pendulum deck. Also, we have DDDs, which is an amazing Pendulum deck as well now. But yeah, great to see Pendulums actually doing well and actually being top tier and, you know, relevant actually, you know. So yeah, I think they are both great decks, DDDs and Metalfoes, but I do think the best of 3 format can be an issue. But the thing is that if, you know, most people here that watch these videos don't really play that tournaments that much, and you just want to have fun on the ladder. Me as well, I'm not playing tournaments as much anymore, don't have the time, you know. So for that reason, you know, decks like this that are nice in best of 1, you know, it's still pretty nice. That's why it's still pretty nice to showcase them, because they're amazing on the ladder, right? But yeah, crazy how good this deck actually ended up being. People were trash talking this deck. I'm not gonna be saying names, law. But yeah, a lot of haters were there saying, "Yo, Curry, stop freaking coping, bro. Stop the coping, bro." And I was like, "Trust me, bro. Trust me, dog. It's top tier, bro. Trust me, bro." And well, you know, bro, I was so lucky with that prediction, but okay. But anyway, Eccentric is so nice here because it can force a back row. And even forcing out an MST is pretty nice, because, you know, MSTing our scales is not, you know, something we want really. And also the thing is, Eccentric can be used multiple times if we Pendulum summon it from the deck. Unfortunately for us, he can still banish our field spells, so he did still, you know, get that plus. But okay, let's see if we can do something here. He can... Okay, so this is an amazing thing for us, because he tried to negate our scale for some reason. He just said, "Oh, monkey CC, yes, monkey activate." Okay, I should probably not do that. But anyways, we can pop with the Eccentric. We can also get the Metalfoes fusion. So this is the amazing thing. He can't negate the fusion now. And we can go into the Orichalcos dude. Metalfoes fusion, hopefully top deck something good. Unfortunately, we top deck. I mean, Rabbit is not bad per se, but the thing is, we want a quick play Yoink on his turn, which we needed to top deck, you know, a Metalfoes monster. So yeah, but we can still, you know, we can still end this duel basically, because Dark Magician doesn't really have the follow-up. Dark Magician is a cheese deck. It has, you know, a very oppressive setup. Not that good follow-up, you know. He negates our summon. Okay, we can now go with the Rescue Rabbit. We can go into our Stealins. We can pop this to the back row. We can now full Metalfoes fusion. Actually, I like navigation. Is that once per turn? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I can't activate his navigation, but we do be taking those. Actually, he ended up having the you know, the freaking follow-up. I think I didn't do the best thing here. I went for the, you know, recycling our resources, but I think I should have just you know, swing in with the Orichalcos dude and not pop his back row. Fortune Fairy Chi? Really, bro? Not that, bro. Not the ladder special, bro. But maybe it works well with the Apprentice Scorpion. But anyways, we can now just start swinging and, you know, just end the duel. Nothing too special, you know. You know how it is. And the last duel replay we have for today. Let us see. Okay, Kite Tenjo. Speaking of sack, the best sack there is Photons, who actually don't have any. And the unfortunate thing is, we're going second here. If we're going against Photons, we basically just win, you know. We literally just basically win because we have, you know, we can win. I guess he has to open MST plus book, you know, for them to be able to win against us, and plus their engine, which, you know, the odds aren't the best on their side, because we can set up the interruption with the Alchemist dude. We can yoink their Galaxian and they are, you know, they just lose. You know, that's basically the Photon story. And now going banish, not gonna lie. But let's see what we can do. We can go with the Mythiardium dude. He decides to banish right now, which is a decent decision. We can now with Metalfoes Fusion draw into a card, draw into Eccentric, pretty nice. Fortunately for us, he doesn't banish it, you know, or doesn't even banish the field spell. We do be taking those. We can search for the Metalfoes Fusion, we can set up the scale. We were kinda lucky here, not gonna lie. We can up his dude and basically have free game here because they don't have really follow-up. And like I said, we can now, you know, do whatever we want and top deck Rescue Rabbit, and that's GG, you know. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I really like the deck. It's a very fun combo, you know. Pendulum deck, you know, finally a good pendulum deck. I really like the pendulum mechanic, you know, controlling the board with resources from the extra deck, and, you know, just having different lines of plays and, you know, different ways to break boards. So yeah, I'm really glad this deck is doing so well. I'm looking forward to see how good it's gonna be now in the, you know, best of 3 tournaments, now that we'll see how good it actually was in the KC Cup. You know, a bit different style of tournaments. But yeah, maybe then I will invest and get my gold drivers copium. But yeah, that's gonna be it. See you in the next one. Bye.